Now, let's make a couple of exercises, starting from object views to multi-view objects. So initially, let's draw top, front, right, and left view of this given object. Pay attention to the dimension. Let's draw this object view, 150 millimeter by 150 millimeter. We have footprint. And at the center, we have this rooftop. This is the top view. And let's create front view. I'm extending pipelines, creating a base. Again, I am making this line as dashed line. Let's draw the side view. We have 80 millimeter and 130 millimeter heights. So let's create these heights, 80 millimeter and 130. And let's create this guideline also, indicating the rooftop. So now we can draw our object front view. And we ask you to also create the left view. So I am extending the guidelines presented at here. And I am creating guidelines or transferring the guidelines at here, creating 45-degree guidelines. Okay, similarly, I'm creating guidelines. And then I'm also continuing. So now we can finish our study. Now I will copy this view in order to set the line thicknesses. Now I am erasing guidelines. We don't need to see these guidelines. So this is top view. Due to the heights presented at here, this line must be the heavy line. Assume that we have assigned this line type as heavy line, and then the edge of the roof must be medium or thin line. I must change the thicknesses, yes. We have only single edge face, so this will be the heavy line. Again, let's look at here. You see the observer will see initially this surface. So this must be again heavy line, and the remaining one must be either thick line or thin, medium line or thin line. Let's make this thin line again similarly, and this surface will be heavy line. Let's control and initially uh, give the name of the view. This is top view. Please pay attention that we are using Arial Narrow. It's a little bit small. Let's make it 10 millimeter. Yes. I am copying existing text and changing the names. So let's see what we have drawn. This is the object view you see in terms of line thicknesses, the description. You see the differences uh, presented at here is a little bit disturbing the view quality. So I think we should change this thin line to as medium line. So let's make the necessary change and look. Yes, it's much more better. Okay. If we would like to print out this view as 1 to 50, for example, we should set as 1 to 50 scale the title block. Let's increase 5 times and put this object view inside this object, for example. So this will be your submission. As we mentioned before, your submission must be at WF, DWF, file for DWF6 electronic plots file format. It is the design review version extension. Similar with PDF submission, however, it can be reviewed by let's give let me create a file. Yes, and let's us check file. In order to see the whatever we have print out, we must initially install the design review. Autocad design review. Again, it's free. It is better for reviewing a document, you see, much more better than PDF file format specific for Autocad projects, you see. We can easily give critics on this review. Let me check one more thing. Yes, we print out wrong. Yes, wrong sheet. So this is our printout, you see. Let's continue to our exercise series S2. This time we will create a bulge. The bulge has 200 by 150 millimeter dimension. Let's draw this at here. This is the top view. Let's create our guidelines. And then create guidelines at here. Let's check the heights. 80 by 75. So we have 80 millimeter at here and 75 millimeter at here, and we must have such from wrong place. Pay attention. Pay attention to these points presented at here. Do not choose, select wrong points. So let's create our polygonal object at here. I'm starting from here, creating a rectangle. During the commands of polyline, you see we can create a polygon. You see, in order to create an arc, you should input as a, meaning that arc, and you see it will enable you to create an arc. In order to continue to draw line, you should input as L, in other words, line. So it will come back to line commands. And let's press enter to finish. Pay attention that the edge is proper at here. So we have created single object, you see. Regarding regarding to the radiuses presented at here, let's create our object view, and let me delete this line. Just 1 minute. Yes. Let's continue. Remember our comments. We press initially copy and then create our rotated lines. I made a mistake at here. Pay attention to the reference point. Yes. We have created the half. Let's mirror. And let's delete this guideline and continue to our view. And creating the guidelines of here. So we have same views. We can mirror again these guidelines. I'm creating also the other sides. Similar with the other object, we will see these sides and we will see such another rectangle. That's here. At here, we will see the wall from sides. So again, we need to create these guidelines at here. These are very important for us. Let us create the guidelines. These are enough for us. And let's use these comments and we can delete these line at here. We must copy these line through the here. So this is the view of the object. Again, I am copying and deleting the guidelines. So let's set the line thicknesses. Pay attention to the wall. This must be either medium or thick line. However, our surface line must be always thin line. Okay. That's here also. Our surface line must always thin, although the border may be medium line. Okay. Please pay attention to this issue. Let's check our view, but initially indicate the name. I'm a little bit making the lines closer. So let's check our drawing. So you see, this is our object view, okay, according to the line thicknesses. So we have completed the second exercises.